All right, let's go. Let's break down this track. Yes, bitch, out on Experts Only. This is going to be an arrangement breakdown. We're just going to break down the arrangement. Maybe dive into other stuff, but probably not. Just kind of want to understand the big moves that the track's making, understand the arrangement. Traditionally, I call these hook and lift maps. So we're going to kind of look at what the hooks of the track are and how they develop over time. And then also how the track lifts or falls over time to kind of bring the energy levels up and down. So we'll kind of map all that stuff out, and let's get going. Here we go. So really cool vibe kind of right out of the gate. It's a tech house track. Definitely doesn't feel tech house to me. Definitely more on the melodic techno side, but you know, whatever. But let's see. Okay, so just gonna start this, and what we have right away is I'm gonna record. I might go all the kind of tracks here. Let's just do kick, and then I'll do bass here. Got that kind of techno rumble down there. Also have this kind of like Atmos effects, which I'll call for right now. So let's see. Got that big kind of impact entry, so I might as well record that too. It's just the intro, like who cares? But let's just be complete. Hear the clap coming in there as well, but let's get all this down here and assign track colors. So one of the things we'll do here is I'm going to make a MIDI map, and I'll try to make it so that, like, if you decide to download it, then you know you can kind of make your own track based on following the arrangement. And it's not about being cookie cutter. It's about, like, if you don't play your tracks out live, how do you know if they're going to work? Right? You don't. And so, like, one of the smart things to do would be to follow an arrangement that works, right? John's played this track out many, many times. So much so that he decided to release it. It was good enough to release. It worked at the club. So if you follow the kind of arrangement structure here and the kind of way that it ebbs and flows over time, it's going to be more likely that your track will probably work in a club setting too. And that's really important if you are not a DJ. If you're a DJ, then you go out and you just play your track and you see what works. But if you can't do that, then it's really smart to follow an arrangement. So when we have all these MIDI clips here, you could just simply replace what's in here. You don't have to do exactly what they're doing. You don't even have to sound like them, right? This is just kick and bass. Every single house track and tech house track in the world has a kick and a bass in it, right? Doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what their sound is, but if you just kind of follow the story of the track, then you're kind of setting yourself up for something that would likely work, or more likely than not work, again, in a club, in terms of like a storytelling arrangement point of view. So that's what we're doing here. And if you, and again, you could download this. So if you just simply put your kick that you like, your bass that you like, hooks that you like, vocals, for example, that you like, sound design elements that you like, you're picking the sounds. You're just sticking with kind of a story here that works. So let's go. So here, right at the 4, we're getting the clap coming in. So let's do clap. And I'll just go like this, like that. And it's kind of low passing up. So I'll kind of like low pass up. Just kind of make a note of that. And I'm going to kind of map out these Atmos effects because... And that impact entry, I'm just going to treat it as an Atmos effect. So let's just come in here and I'm going to put it on C here. So, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to redo that. Maybe I will. Okay. So I'm going to put C here. And the reason why is because I'll just do like different MIDI notes for the different sounds that I hear. Okay, so there we go. And so then we have a little bit of a vocal thing. So so I'm gonna separate these guys here, and then what? Maybe that's on the offbeat right there. A little bit of a weird thing right there. So super distorted. So the way that this is being made, it sounds like maybe Tom's crazy distortion, lots of reverb. There's a little vocal thing going on here. One thing to kind of point out is, where is this stuff happening? Right here, entry, here, close to the next bar, here, approaching the next bar, here, approaching the next bar, here, approaching the next bar. So I call those punks typically, and we might break that down later on or not. But the point is, just start just picking up on the patterns, and you can see it's just kind of as you approach the next bar, you're getting this stuff. Already getting patterns, so there's gonna be repeating. So okay, so that's a difference, right? So, but all this stuff is the same. And then here, so this is a crazy pterodactyl type of sound, dinosaur, something like that. So boom, there we go. So obviously this sound creates a lot of excitement, right? So here we have one of the most exciting sounds. And again, this is the intro, who cares? But like here we have one of the most exciting sounds. Bah, big old impact. And then here we have this crazy dinosaur sound at the end. And that takes us into the next stage of the intro, which is bringing in the tops. So tops. Cool, so let's see. Cool, and then here the clap is full, so full, and then we're gonna get that vocal coming up, so Vox, and so this is pretty high passed. I'm just gonna write high pass on there. Maybe that is how the vocal is throughout the track, but I doubt it, but let's see. So in here, we're getting another impact. So I'm just gonna put an impact right here. What about over here? Oh, and we have one over here. I missed that one. Okay, you can hear that deep riser. If you have a plugin like Vision 4X, which is made by Noisia, you can kind of see a lot of this stuff too. So if we look at just like the effects, boom, just smashing right there around 200 hertz. This is the vocal up there. But yeah, you can see it's just a tom, like just heavily distorted, boom, vocal up here. So again, just a mid-rangey kind of sound. Again, little tom, bright kind of distortion, ambience, and reverb. A little bit of a reverse here in the mid-range, could be vocally, but you can see where it's living. And of course you have the kick and bass down here, so all this top end is just wide open for the ambience. You know, here we get the kind of classic offbeat kind of bass, strong kick, and then lots and lots and lots of room for ambience up top. And there's that crazy dinosaur sound right there. Okay, you can see the hats come in, right? Because you can see right here the time is on the x-axis right here, and then you have the frequencies on the y-axis. And what's cool about Vision 4X and its or spectrograms like Isotope has one too, is it's 3 dimensions rather than just 2 dimensions. Like if you look at a spectrum analyzer, it's just 2 dimensions because you only have frequency and amplitude, or frequency down here on the bottom on the x, and then amplitude over here on the y-axis. But the cool thing about this is that the third frequency is the brightness. So if it's yellow, then it's real. Well, these are according to my colors, which I'm just copying the RX colors from Isotope. But basically, if you have bright yellow, then that is going to be loud, and the kind of, as it gets to purple and like darker colors, this is quiet. And so loud, you know, this is pretty loud. You see that yellow in there, and then this is kind of like that reverb and the atmosphere, kind of like a lighter purple. But and then up here you can see the hat come in. You can see the clap. It has a little bit of a spray on top as well, and you can hear that. So it's not just like a typical 1K clap. You've got that kind of higher frequency in there, which would be like a snare top. But in this case, it really just sounds like noise. Well, that's kind of what is on top of a snare anyway. But anyway, it just sounds like a really bright clap. All right, what I was hoping to see was that I'd be able to show it. This is why I even brought 4X up, is so that you could see that low frequency kind of swell coming up. And you can kind of see it getting thicker through here with yellow, brighter colors. You can see it really coming up here, but it's not as, you can't see it as well as I was hoping. But this is super cool because you're able to really see where things are living in the frequency spectrum. All right, let's move on. Okay, cool. So you can see that high pass vocal. Why? So that when they give you that kind of full vocal right here, and I'm going to color this in yellow because this will be like, it's a moment, right? So I like to kind of color moments in yellow. But then you're getting the full vocal, right? So high pass, high pass, high pass, high pass, almost like a call, a little bit of tension because you know you're not getting the full vocal, and then you get that full vocal. So it's kind of like a payoff right here. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to bring over the tops, and this is just kind of like, it's more just hat actually. So I'm just going to go hat. And then this right here is going to be tops, and I'm going to do 16th because this is just 16th note tops coming in. Let's just copy everything over. And if something doesn't continue, then we'll just take it out, but let's just see. So we got kick, bass. Did the atmos keep going? Okay, so this little kind of dinosaur noise isn't playing. What about over here? Can't really hear it there either. Okay, you can hear a little bit of this kind of white noise thing creeping up right here. I'm just going to call this like WN swell, because that's kind of what it sounds like to me. It's just white noise swelling up. So let's go like that. And then we get this guy right here again too, the yes bitch. And let's take this guy away. And I'm just gonna check on the hat because the hat sounds a little bit different. This one's bright. Is that the same hat? So this one has a little bit more reverb or ambient. So there could be layers. I'm gonna just write layers. And then like verb maybe, because there's reverb on this. So here we have a little bit of a vocal delay, just carrying forward some momentum. box delay. And cool. Okay, we're gonna get another riser here. So kind of like, I'm just gonna write riser because, you know, it's just kind of typical. Okay, cool. So we get a little bit of a chop going into this yes bitch, because just for some variation, some extra glitchy, because it's going to trigger the break section here, the intro break.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Okay, now when you go into a break, kind of the things that you want to do are, number one, give them a break. So that means remove the low end. Two is keep the groove alive in some way, typically. That's not like a major point, but most of the time the groove will kind of continue in some way, meaning like the drums or the bass, either in high passed version or something like that. Something rhythmic that just keeps it going so that people don't lose the timing of what's going on. In this case, the vocal might be doing that. But the third thing, what I'm trying to get to, is introduce or just present the main thing. Just give them the hook, right? Because that's going to be the thing that gets played over the drop in a more prominent way. So, okay, let's check it out.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
All right, so this kind of thing just like swells over, so.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Maybe this is the deep riser. I'll just put in a new track. It may or may not be the same thing, but I'll do some kind of Reese thing. If it's not a Reese, I'll change it, but it sounds like a Reese right now, which is just basically, you know, a bunch of saw waves detuned and filtered.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Okay, and then we also have kind of like a reverse crash.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Cool. And there we go. Of course, now the hook goes over the drop. Hook over groove. Full vox. And what am I trying to do here? Nothing. I think I was just going to write like delay, but whatever. There's delay on the vocal.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
So you can see how this works. And if you watch these breakdowns, you'll see this every single time. Like the groove gets introduced, then the hook gets introduced, and they're usually introduced separately in the beginning of the track. And then they come together, because that's what the hook, this guy right here is. HT1 is a hook drop, meaning you put the hooks over the groove. But if you put the hooks over the groove too early, if you then like, they're just not going to understand the groove, right? Teach them how to move and groove and dance to the track before you throw a bunch of hooks on top. Because this becomes, they hear this, they know how to dance to it, it becomes subconscious. Then they have space to listen to the hook, and now they get all the ingredients of the track, you can put them together. And then it's like, holy shit, that's amazing. And so this is a payoff, and it's a payoff for the fact that the tension back here of these guys not playing together yet. The groove and the hook, full hook, have not yet played together. They've heard them both, they just haven't come together yet. And so, boom, they come together. And that's a payoff. That's where this tension is right here. So they're waiting for that groove to come together with a hook, and then they get what they want. There you go, right? Meeting expectations.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
No 16ths here, but of course we're going to get a lift probably over here with 16ths. But here we're just giving them a space to listen to the vocal on top of the groove.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch.
And there you go, just like clockwork. So here we go, we get the 16th note lift.
Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Music to me is a money machine. Dirty or clean.
Okay, so I'm gonna put like, I don't know. I'm just gonna call this like verse 1, or you know what? Maybe we can call this like chorus. It doesn't matter. It's not like this is really a traditional verse chorus type of thing, but these are just two different parts of the vocal. This one's kind of the main verse because it has the Yes Bitch title in it. This one, let's see.
Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Music to me is a money machine. Dirty or clean. Baby, I fiend. Yes, bitch. Baby.
Cool. And we got an edit coming up here, so I'm just going to do edit map. And we'll go like that. And then, so an edit is just like, you know, a little high pass thing at the end of a 8-bar section. We have one right here. So right there. And you can hear there's like a little swell. So okay, so I'm starting to lose track of these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a general effects channels. So typically effects, you're going to have effects up, you're going to have effects down, and you're going to have accent effects. Those are really the 3 effects that you can have. Because that's what effects do. Effects communicate what people should be feeling or what people should be anticipating. So up, down, accent. So we're going up, tension is rising. FX down, tension is falling, right? We're releasing tension, the energy is settling. Or accent like, hey, this is a super exciting moment. You know, so that's kind of what is really the only 3 things that you can do with effects. They just communicate explicitly what someone should be feeling. Just kind of like, yeah, that's it. So here we're getting a little bit of an up effects, just rising, building a little bit of tension to release into the next part.
Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Music to me is a money machine. Dirty or clean. Baby, I fiend. Yes, bitch. Baby, I fiend. Yes, bitch. Baby, I fiend. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
All right, same thing right here. The effects in this track, though, are pretty cool because they're not like your standard white noise. It's mostly done through like sound design. So some kind of crazy bass that just, you know, lots of distortion. Nice, and we just keep elevating the track. And so now we've got this ride on top, and boom. So let's bring this down. Let's bring these guys over. You can hear there's an accent effect, right? Because we're accenting the moment, going into the B section. The vocals kind of done playing in full, maybe stepping down a little bit to get to the main break. Is it going to be the main break? It seems like it. Cool. And so here's just like the title rep, and we'll just call it like a telephone effect. I'll just call it a phone effect because, you know, it's like just mid-range phone effects type of thing. Let's put that where it happens. So it's just happening every 2 bars. Cool. All right, let's see. All right, so we're getting verse 2 here. So you could feel the step down now that the ride is gone. So he's definitely working towards the main break and build, or the producer is. All right, so let's see. Any effects? Let's check. That's cool. All right, so here we're gonna 4-mont or pitch down. And we're pitching down because why? Because we're settling the energy into this break. All right, this is peak energy right here. You could see. Okay, look at this. No drums, nothing, just vocals. Low point of energy. Stepping it up here, stepping it up here, stepping it up here. This is peak, climax energy levels, or just peak energy levels. Climax would be over here. But now, stepping it down, because we're getting rid of the ride, stepping it down even more, indicating this is almost like a down effect, right? We are settling the energy. That's what's happening, all right? That could totally work as a sample. We are settling the energy. All right, so let's go.
Baby, you clean, baby, I fiend, 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 baby, I fiend.
Now that's also going into a reverb. So what a reverb is going to do is it really opens up the mix, right? Now there's a lot of like ambience and reverb going on here, but on the main vocal, there is an audible moving back of that vocal from the front of the mix, and the layperson hears that and feels that. They feel it pulling backwards in the mix. They couldn't describe it that way, but that's what they feel. And so they know that we're stepping back into something here. And so
Baby, I fiend, baby, I fiend, baby, I fiend, baby, I fiend, baby, I fiend. Yes, bitch.
cool. All right, so let's do some nice little Vox delay. And we're cutting some of this drums out, so the kick is gone. No bass. Kind of an interesting, almost like breakbeat thing there. Boom, boom, ba. So let's.
Had to get me for the green. Where you mean?
All right, so we got some lots of downshifting going on here, right? You can hear that big impact. So lots of stuff, just kind of like reverb tails and impacts and sub impacts and all sorts of stuff. You can hear the white noise down. Ooh, maybe we can see that in 4X. So this is what I really wanted to show you. Is like, look at this. You see that movement down? Check it. Okay, you can see that. That's literally white noise just being low passed down. And you can even see the low pass on the drums. See that low pass coming down on the drums? That's what's cool about 4X is you can see exactly, and here's the low frequency impact. See that? And so really cool what you can see in this guy. I remember I think it might be on YouTube. Is it on YouTube? Anyway, I made some course where I basically was using like a spectrum analyzer, those isotopes, to see exactly what effects were in a reference track. And then I just basically recreated that stack of frequency of effects. And I think it's in the synthetic how to make a track in 5 minutes video, Solardo style. I think I showed that in there. Anyway, but yeah, those things are awesome. Okay, a lot of fun to look at too. So drums are also going into a reverb. On this edit map here, I'm just gonna write that down. So let's see. So this is gonna be like drums, LP, and verb. And I say washout. Washout, I think, is a common term that people know. Verb out, washout. So, you know, because Endless Smile, Bass Clef has a washout plugin. But the drums here, low P and verb. So I'll just write it on here as well. Why not? Low P and verb. Now you can hear this kind of effect coming up. And so I'm just going to treat that as a hook. Like I'll just call this like, I don't know, I'm just going to write SD for sound design right now. So let's see. And this is doing kind of like that ARP type of thing where it speeds up over time. I might be wrong about that. Let's check it out. No, you get it definitely speeds up, right? So that's just where you take like an ARP, and where is that thing? Oh my God, I feel like an idiot right now. Okay, here's an ARP, and oh wow, I'm in 12. I'm not used to this. I'm used to 11s. But anyway, it's all the same. In this case, you can just turn it to milliseconds, and you start it off at a certain rate. If you want to know what the rate is to start off, so let's say you want to start it off in like quarter notes, you can always get a plugin like the Swiss Army meter, and it will automatically calculate the millisecond values based on the BPM. So we're at 131 right here. And so it would be 458 would be the starting if you wanted to do quarter notes, which is the kick. And so then let's just say we started, I forgot what it even was. Let's just say it's 458. And then you just go down. Woo, it just speeds up. Just like that. And that's how you do that effect. Very simple.
Yes, bitch.
Oh, that is sick. Okay. So this is cool. This is just, you can see that this is just a big step down section. We're just going down, 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 like the Nelly song. And then here we're gonna get it almost like a bridge. It's almost like a bridge section in a track. And that's just gonna basically kickstart the build to get back to the main drop, the climax. All right, cool. So let's see what happens. Jeez, that is sick. I bet that would sound insane in a club. Okay, especially because they have that low pass on the 808. So we'll just do like 808 sections, just boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna put like LP too. That's what makes it sound insane.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Ooh, that is really cool. That is really cool. Not only is that vocal sick, the yes, bitch, like who's gonna forget that? No one is going to forget that. Everyone's going to love that. Hugel talks about, he has this video on YouTube where you just make music for girls, basically. You just try to get girls dancing. And that's why his label's called Make Girls Dance. But all the girls in the club are going to love the yes bitch thing. This right here is another standout moment. That's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just telling you like what are the standout moments. One is that yes bitch thing. That's awesome. Like, dude, it's such a simple but good lyric. And then this right here will just blow someone's mind in a club. So this is cool.
Yes, bitch.
And so this is just playing kind of like a dotted eighth. So bum ba-dum bum bum.
Yes, bitch.
Nice little tail on there. Probably there might be some variation in the pattern. Let's see.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna duplicate this. And so we're getting like a little note right there as well.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
But it's almost like an octave jump.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Order stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch.
Okay, and then that just repeats. So what I could do is just loop this actually. Cool. All right, so that is really cool. So we're getting the full vocal here. So let's bring this over. And it's verse 1. I'll bring verse 1 over, and I think...
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll put verse 1 right there, and verse 1 right here.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Order stress, bitch. Hungry for more with this rest, bitch. Yes, bitch.
You can hear the drums coming up, so I'm going to move this over. And so this is going to be LP up. LP up, cool. And I actually specify that this is going down. LP down, low pass down. Okay, cool.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes.
Okay, you can hear the white noise coming up, so that's probably starting early. So we'll just, I'm just gonna write white noise up here, just to kind of indicate it.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Had to get me for the...
All right, so we're gonna get a crash roll here, which is Bob. I think that kind of just implies there's gonna be a little bit of a crash roll. So map that out. So we got a C note there. Sweet.
Had to get me for the green.
You can hear the effects. So we got a tonal riser in there. The whamp. So let's just write tonal. And there'll probably be other ones for sure. But let's see what else is going on.
Had to get me for the green.
Nice. And then we get verse 2. That's cool. That's really cool. So in the first break, we're only getting the vocal. Here we're getting the vocal over an 808. So talk about elevating this section over here. Like, that's awesome. And one of the things too that I like is that we're getting verse 2 in the break as well. Not just verse 1. But...
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
All right, so this continues. I'm going to go to the edge and we'll just figure out what happens over here. But
had to get me for the green. What you mean?
You can hear there's a bit of a kick roll coming up too. So we're getting a crash roll, kick roll. Wonder if we're going to get a snare roll as well, which would be getting all the rolls. So kick roll.
Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Used to me as
So I think the kick roll right now is just starting out on quarter notes.
had to get me for the green. What you mean? Used to me as the money machine.
Probably right here is where it'll jump up to 8. I can't tell right now, but we'll definitely have a kick roll in there. We had, let's check out.
Had to get me for the green.
So here's another crash, and so I'm just gonna go like that. It'll probably speed up, but
Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Used to me as the money machine. Dirty clean, baby.
okay, you can hear just everything growing. It's just like grow the space, like wash everything out, right? Wash. Oh, well, I can't spell. Wash everything out.
Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Used to me as the money machine. Dirty clean, baby.
And high pass everything out. So this is basically, you know, put Endless Smile on the master, basically. Not really, but, you know, be a little bit more intentional than that. But that's kind of what's going on, because there's a high pass. And I'm just going to do and HP up. Cool. So here we're getting a vocal rep. So let's cut this. So we'll do rep. There we go. Cool. So it's actually half of that. Cool. Now, one of the things that doesn't happen a lot in today's tracks is where you just keep on getting that half, that where you're chopping it down in half. So what do you mean? What do you mean? What? You don't get that. You're just going to get a repeat of a little bit of the rep, but it doesn't keep on chunking down, in other words, or dividing by 2.
Yes.
Cool. So let's get rid of that. So, but the crash roll is, and you know, you can see the crash roll chopping down in half, especially when the vocal changes as well. So this right here is starting to high pass out. You can hear that, yeah, the 808 cutting out. So right here, you can hear the crash go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that cuts. Okay, the riser peaks out.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're gonna get, this would be an accent, right? Like kind of this, I don't know, like big saw wave.
Yes, bitch.
Cool, and of course we get the payoff vocal here, so.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
Cool.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes.
And of course this is an up. So these are like one and the same things. So I'm just gonna actually move the saw wave here. Impact to swell. Kind of like that. Boom.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
All right, cool. So let's see what we got over here. Let's just copy all this over here. Over. All right, and then cool. Let's see what we need or don't have or what.
Yes, bitch.
Okay, so kick, bass,
Yes, bitch.
Atmos. We're gonna get a clap bomb in here, so that's an accent. So I'll just put this over here.
Yes, bitch.
So right there, you hear the clap bomb on that first clap.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch.
So clap bomb, and a clap bomb is just, you know, where things go into, clap goes into a reverb. Nothing more complicated than that. Although it sounds very saturated.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch. Hungry for more.
Cool. So we'll spring over verse 1.
Yes, bitch.
You hear this, I'm not sure if that's kind of an impact from before, but you hear that little kind of almost mid-rangey white noise.
Yes, bitch.
So a little bit of an entry there, and so just gonna put that. Why not? So I'm gonna do like white noise mid-rangey.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Over the. Yes, bitch. Over the stress, bitch.
So extra little sound design stuff in here that we didn't get over here. Check this out right here. There wasn't that sound unless I missed it. Womp, womp, womp. Ah, I guess it was there. So I think it's just this stuff carrying over. Let's see. No, so it's actually new. It's just these little swells, though. Different sound design things that he's doing. That's cool. So he's bringing that right in early. Or at least the producer is. Let's see. Don't have the 16ths yet. So that's interesting. Cool. A little bit of a cooler edit here going, right? So we have, so kind of like, let's see. So this right here is cool because I'm just going to color it in yellow. It's like a Rev Vox kind of thing. Nah, it's like a delay, you know, some kind of like Vox delay effect, like before this one. And then we get kind of like a kick fill. This is not in the first drop. Let's, over here, you just kind of high pass. But here we're getting these kind of extra stuff. And that's something that you can do. Like a lot of times producers think they need to reinvent the drop for some reason, which to my mind doesn't make any sense. I really try to understand why that is. I guess for variation, but never do variation for the sake of variation. It's always for the sake of experience. But what I'm trying to get to is like, you know, the underlying hook structure of what's going on in the first drop. People want to hear that again. It's like a pop song. You give them a chorus, you're going to play that a chorus again in a pop song, maybe even 2 or 3 times, or maybe even 4 times. So you can think of this as a chorus, give them the chorus again, but just you can elevate the production, what's supporting the chorus, what's supporting that main vocal or the main hook structure. And so here we're getting verse 1, just like over here, but we're getting these more dramatic and interesting kind of edits and fills. So it's not just a high pass. Here we're getting like a kick roll, we're getting some kind of like vocal effect. Boom. And now we're getting that lift. So we're still even keeping a lot of the drum structure. We're getting a front loading. So front loading is where you start bringing the exciting things in early in the second drop. So here we're front loading with the ride. And but then we're getting that same lift that we got over here in the first drop. So that's kind of similar. Same with we're going to get verse 2 here. So again, exact same hook structure. They're not reinventing the wheel. They played something that people like, and then they're playing it again, right? Because they took it away over here. And then they're just doing little production things to make it more exciting, like bringing that ride in earlier, doing different kind of edits that are just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more elevated. And let's see what continues. Had to get me for the green. What you mean? Music to me is a money machine. Dirty acclaim. Baby, I think, yes, bitch. Baby, I think, yes, bitch. Baby, I think, yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. All right, so this is interesting. This is kind of not usual. All right, we'll get almost like a build to the outro, but let's see. And here we're getting a snare roll, okay, and a crash roll. So we'll move this guy over. So. And we're getting a Vox rep here. And this is Vox rep. I'm going to do telephone again, or phone effect, because again, it's just mid-range. So kick is high passed, bass is probably high passed, if not gone altogether. Okay, we're getting this kind of sound design effect again, where the ARP speeds up. Cool. And just to go on a slight rant, is when I say that something is atypical or something, producers a lot of times will think that's going to be the reason the track is successful. Oh, there's this such unique element, and that's why it's the thing. And the answer to that is not really. Let's see, full box. The reason why this track is big is because it's got a big groove. It's got a big ass hook with a super memorable and catchy hook. And it has this absolutely insane 808 kind of bridgey section in the main break and build. Like that would just blow everyone's minds. And then it pays off in the exact same way as over here, just with a little bit of elevations. And then this really is just a kind of bridge for the DJ to start the next track. That's what this is. So this really isn't what makes it at all. It's this. It's the big groove, big hooks, simple story. Those three things. Okay. All right, what do you hear? What do you hear right here? Okay, it's a white noise. Listen to the top end. What's it doing? Watch. It's a downshifter. Why? Why is there a downshifter? What do effects do? Effects communicate what's happening, right? The energy levels, basically. And so the energy level is it going up or is it going down? It's going down because we're in the outro. So it makes sense to have a downshifter here. That's why I love effects. People sometimes hate effects. I love effects because they explicitly communicate what the listener should be feeling. They explicitly communicate what the energy level is of the track, whether it's going up, down, static, accent, you know? So static, I guess there would be no effects, but... So clap is gone. Ride comes in randomly. That's cool. Why not? Ride is gone. Oh, wow. Okay. So what's going on? Okay. 16th notes are gone. So see you later. You know what? None of the effects are atmospheric effects are going actually here throughout the whole outro, except for at the very end right there. So... All right, cool. Man, what a track. That's just insane. I mean, my favorite part is for sure this guy. This guy's just nuts. And I've said it like a million times, so I'm beating a dead horse. But takeaways from this, really simple. Massive freaking hook with a catchy vocal that's simple. Just a simple structure, right? A section, you got the vocals here. B section, they kind of, it's not really like you would say like a standard B section because it's not like a new really element comes in here, but I really like the way that these drums develop here, just constantly progressive, right? And so we get the hook over the groove right here, then we step up with 16th note, step up with the ride, we start to step down, and then we step down again, and then start to build up with that 808 section right here. And then very similar hook structure, at least in terms of the first half of the first drop. And just front loading, getting that ride in early, picking up the energy fast, a little bit more of interesting edits, dramatic edits right here. And basically then just a transition to the outro. So it's so simple. Like, and that's what's so great about it, is just the confidence of what's going on here. Oh, it's because I turned those guys off. Just the confidence that, like, hey, this is a badass hook. Let's put it over a huge groove. And then the big idea again for me is just going to this 808 section. I don't want to keep saying the same things over and over again, so we're going to end it here. I thought this was cool. If you want to download this little MIDI map and use it as a basis for your own arrangement, of course, picking your own drum sounds and hooks and vocals and all that stuff, then you can get that in the description. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below as well, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Peace.